How's life? Another question from America. The question is, as a child, my parents always said that I was lazy, I was a good for nothing, I was really bad at everything and quite useless. And right now as an adult, I find it really hard to make decisions. So what should I do? What can I do? It's a great question, because we do think about ourselves in the terms of what other people have said about us. The famous psychoanalyst, the French one from Paris, I think he was, Lacan, used to say that the self is in the eyes of the person who is looking at you. So you actually build your self-concept looking at another person's eyes and interpreting what they see when they look at you. So it is a very heavy experience to have people belittle you during your whole childhood. However, there is hope. Where is the hope? The hope is that if you want to be a real adult, you have to become an orphan, emotional orphan. Don't go bumping off your parents, okay? That's not the idea. The idea is that you have to become independent. You have to become your own mother and father. You have to become the person whose opinion is the most important for yourself. You have to look at yourself as one looks at a child, with hope, love, patience, enjoyment, and enormous admiration. And help yourself grow up, become a better you. Now, how do we do that? Okay, because all these psychological things are really very, very interesting, but nobody tells you how to do that. Well, you have to talk to yourself. You have to ask yourself, what do I want to do? What do I need? How can I get it? And you have to talk to yourself in a kind language. If you've grown up with a nasty language, it's going to be very hard for you to talk to yourself nicely. For example, interpretations. I work for a bilingual American Spanish school. A Spanish child will ask the teacher for a glass of water that's on the table, because in Spain, children do not take initiative. It's a lack of respect towards adults. So the child will say, could you pass me the glass, or can I take the glass, to the teacher? And the Spanish teacher will think, well, what a respectful child. Now, an American teacher, on the other hand, will say, why is this kid asking me to serve him? Why isn't this child independent enough to grab the glass of water and drink the water? You see what I mean by interpretations? Sometimes our parents haven't looked at us with the right eyes, but we have to. And if you can't do it, see a therapist that can, and so that you and your therapist can help you look at yourself with kinder eyes. That will help you become a happier person. It will help you look at yourself more objectively. And it doesn't mean that you always have to look at yourself as if you were the good person, as if you were wonderful. You also have to know when you're nasty, when you're lazy, and when you're wrong, and to feel comfortable with that. There are times when I make mistakes, there are times when I'm wrong, there are times when I really am extremely selfish or quite stupid. Well, we all have that margin of error, every single one of us on the planet. Everybody who is anybody makes mistakes. So, if you want to be able to make decisions, if you want to grow up, your first step is to learn how to talk to yourself nicely, love yourself, give yourself step by step different levels of responsibility and decision making, and become a happy, symbolic orphan. See you next week.